we run the label Bruised Tongue together. We've been doing it 5.5 years. Mostly releasing cassettes independently. Over the past year, have been experimenting with some vinyl releases. Like we're both inspired by anything and everything, and I think that's sort of reflected in the artists on our roster. It's like
a very loose roster, also.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, hey, you have something to release? Okay, we're friends. Let's release this thing.
Yeah.
And cassettes coming back.
I think cassettes are back. Cassettes have been back.
Yeah. For a long time.
Yeah, like definitely a question we answered a lot in the sort of beginnings of the label, and it feels good to say like, oh yeah, like I think the comebacks happen. Cassettes are here. But if you want to really get your release out there, I think vinyl is still the way to do it.
It's just expensive.
It's very expensive and it's very time consuming.
Do you have your own gear for vinyl?
In a sense, yes.
Here we actually have a lathe cutting machine from the 40s.
The 40s, bullshit.
Yeah, it's like this giant, it looks like a giant weird turntable sewing machine contraption, and we can cut into like polycarbonate plastic.
Yeah, because it was basically an empty warehouse when I took it over and built 15 brand new rooms within an empty warehouse.
Right.
So soundproofing and just a variety of complications. So it took a significantly longer amount of time than I was hoping that it would take. Despite the fact that this place has been here for 60 years or whatever, the complex is still completely invisible to most people.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Mm-hmm. An industrial space in like the middle of downtown Ottawa. It's so unusual.
And what's been the biggest pleasure?
Just being able to like host events and you know, it's always kind of been, you know, a pretty big goal of mine to have a place where, you know, like-minded people, specifically original musicians in the sort of alternative punk garage world, whatever you want to call it, you know, kind of to have a place that they can do their thing. You know what I mean? That's like run by people who get it and who are kind of in the same boat. And I really feel like there's in the last 5 years or so, there's been a real uptick in the amount of small businesses, specifically that cater to the arts and music community, that have really made a serious go at it. You know what I mean? Really trying to push local culture and local music, local arts, local foods, and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I think it's we live in a pretty great time for Ottawa culture in general.
Wonderful. Do you have a message for university students?
Yeah, go to more shows. Please. It's always a hard nut to crack. Yeah.